the word. And so, welcome everybody. Welcome to another Sunday edition of Spiritual Sessions Live with
Creagh and
Norwood Young. So welcome everybody. Thanks for tuning in. What I'd like you to do is please like, share, and subscribe. I know that sounds like a lot, but please would mean so much to us if you could like us, like a couple hearts or something on there, and then share with some other people. And I know on the East Coast it's very early, but if you can share with some other people and then go to our YouTube page and subscribe. That is so very important because we're trying to do our live platform from YouTube, which will be really so much easier, and that we can't do it without you. So you need 100,000. Oh yeah.
You do that.
We need 1,000 subscribers on YouTube before they will allow us to go live from YouTube. So that is our goal. Please help us make our goal. So say hi to the people, Dad.
Hi everybody.
So listen, we want to say thank you, right?
Yeah, we do. We want to say thank you to all of you for the continued support and for the feedback that we're getting. And there's been some constructive criticisms and things like that. So please keep bringing all those suggestions to us. But also please remember to give us some topics that you would like us to cover as well, so that we're going to be able to do the show according to what a lot of people want to know out there.
Yeah. I thank you too. Thank you so much. It's been really great. The only thing that I have to say, and Debbie doesn't want me to, or doesn't like when I respond to certain things. What's not going to happen is she's not going to change who she is. I'm not going to change who I am. And if you have some type of preconceived notion as to what spirituality is, then that is great if that is what spirituality is for you. What it is for us might be a totally different situation. So it is not our position nor desire to offend anyone, but I can guarantee there will be a few words that you may feel that spiritual people don't use, and there may perhaps be some things that you think are all color for spiritual people. Well, I'm here to tell you I am extremely spiritual, and I have fun, and that's what life is all about, right?
Yeah.
All right, moving right along. All the serious stuff out of the way.
Serious stuff out of the way. Right. Fun times being.
So we always talk about signs such as feathers, or what are some other signs?
Numbers, repeating numbers, songs that are played with certain lyrics that keep resonating with you, that could be an answer to something you've asked.
And my thing is like feathers. Like I have so many feathers that Sally, our producer, says that I need to make a pillowcase.
Yeah.
Hey Sally, say hi to the people. This is Sally, our producer, everybody.
Hi.
Hey. So when you hear us refer to Sally, that's who we're talking to. We're not really crazy. Right? Well, a little bit. But anyway, so I didn't get any feathers this week. This is the first weekend. You know what? This is the first. She's loaded. This because I normally get all the feathers and she gets none. So she got 9 feathers. Hey, you got 9 feathers last week.
I literally walked 5 minutes from my home, and each step I took there was another feather. It was a different color. And I got 9 altogether, so yeah.
Wow, that's fantastic.
I know. Yeah.
Not quite the 14 that I got.
It's not the number that counts, it's the signs and knowing that prayers that you've asked for are being heard by the angels.
Right, and I got 14 prayers angels and 14 angels, not 9.
Whatever. Tony Jackson.
Yes, that's my cousin Tony. Oh, an amazing singer.
Oh, wow. Really?
Songwriter, yeah. And he has a clothing line called Trust. Trust God to know your heart. And so the logo is Trust. I have to show it to you.
Yeah.
Tony, we're going to bring Trust to Bangkok. I love you, cousin. I miss you too. So, tell my manifestation. Yeah. So, you got 9 feathers. This week I got 14 about 4 weeks ago. So, you got to ways to go. Okay, that's all right. So, tell us about the results of your manifestation. Because we did not necessarily get feathers or see numbers this week. Well, we see 9 all the time, right? But, per se, but we did definitely get results of our previous manifestations.
Okay, so something I've been trying to manifest for 2 or 3 years finally came for me, which we talked about last week and the week before. And so it's very important when you actually get something that you have manifested that you enjoy the results of what you manifested before looking for more.
Okay, so before we move forward, explain to some people who don't know what manifestation is.
Manifestation is really holding a space for something that you desire, something you really want, and putting positive energy and putting that goal out into the universe and just believing and knowing it's coming to you, and then just taking any actionable steps to make that happen and having it manifest for you.
Okay, so do we pray for this manifestation?
Yeah, prayer is another way of manifesting. For some people, prayer is, people pray and say, God is going to give it to me. Some people want to say the universe is going to give it to me. But the most important thing is you convince yourself you're getting it, because that's the energy that's going out there. If you're sitting on your knees and you're praying for 2 hours a day for something.
No, I put my hand up. You can't sit on your knees, you kneel on your knees. How does that work?
Okay.
You sit on your. All right. No.
Whatever.
So all right. So
that's not.
So you can meditate and pray for your manifestation.
But if you're praying and saying, please God, please God, please God, there's a fear in that, isn't there? There's not an expectation of it showing up. So pray expecting that it's going to.
Pray with expectation.
Yeah.
Girl, you're gonna go to a Kojic Baptist church, girl. Hey,
So this week.
Wait, I want to say one more thing. So just because I'm spirituality for dummies here. So manifesting is the verb, right? And manifestation is the noun, right? So we want to pray and meditate for our manifestation. Okay. So
you know that it's working with the law of attraction, right? So when you have a self-fulfilling prophecy, that's using the law of the universe backwards. It's using it negatively.
Right.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. So we're all manifesting all the time. We may be manifesting through a lens of fears and doubts rather than what we actually desire and being positive about it. So it's very important to get a very positive mindset when you're doing it.
And here's the thing, I don't want to go too much off topic, but that brings up a subject for me. Because when you were saying that manifestation can be used in a negative, and it can. Case in point, we just have to explain what that is. If you constantly say, if it can go wrong, it will go wrong. When it rains, it pours. If you manifest that, it will be your manifestation. Am I talking to you, girl? Yay! If you manifest negative thoughts or things that are not good for you, that manifestation will occur. Ooh, that was good. Pat me on that. All right.
But it's. I had a conversation with someone recently, and I said to them, "You're constantly thinking that you're not loved, and because you believe that, you're getting confirmation back from everybody outside of you that
who does not love you."
Exactly, because you attracted that because that's your strongest feeling and fear. That's manifestation as well. But when you change that, and this person came back to me a month later, they started to understand what we were doing, and we worked together on self-love and doing things to build self-esteem and worth, self-worth and value. They started seeing a massive difference of people that were, let's just say, reflecting back the lack of love they had for themselves, leaving, and new people and opportunities coming in, and they couldn't quite understand how suddenly within a month that the change had occurred.
And that is when people, well, you notice when people say, "Oh, she's changed," or "He's changed." Be happy about that, because that means you've changed and broken the cycle of those negative energies and entities. Because those people who notice a change in you should notice a change if the change is for the better.
Yeah.
Because it will deflect them. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So you know the old saying, don't dim your shine to make other people feel comfortable. There are going to be people that are not going to be comfortable now you're happy because they needed you to be miserable to make them feel better.
Exactly. Manifestation.
Because you need to move those people out of the way. Exactly. I read something today about don't expect people to be proud of you when you create change in your life, but do expect a lot of people to be surprised that you did it.
Exactly. That was good. But you never did it. Right.
No, I wish I had. to.
So, all right, so let's go back to your manifestation results.
So the last couple of weeks we've been talking about self-care, and one of the things I was falling short on because of some work that I was doing, I didn't have time for me. And I ended this work, and again it took a leap of faith and it took manifestation, and it happened. And this was the week that I actually experienced time for me, time for really just relaxing, time out, no phone, nothing, just relaxing with good friends. And just really enjoying doing nothing. I can't remember the last time I did that.
So do you care to share what you came from and what you moved into, or is that not for a spiritual sessions conversation?
No, that's okay. I was doing corporate training. I was doing that for 5 or 6 years here.
And what did you manifest?
I manifested that I would be able to do something that is my passion.
Which is what?
Which is singing.
So, all right, so you manifested singing,
Yeah.
along with what your other passion is,
With my
what you were born
yeah,
into.
Exactly. Well, for me, music is a form of healing.
And what are you doing this wonderful singing, Dad?
Oh, with this wonderful Grammy-nominated celebrity from Hollywood called Norwood.
Oh, really?
Oh my God,
Are you singing with him?
In his new soul band.
In my new Hollywood soul.
Hollywood soul band.
No, but the beauty is, and I am so proud and elated to the fact that part of I was included in your manifestation unknowingly.
But you're actually two parts of my manifestation.
Okay.
The solution to the first problem that kept me stuck,
Right.
and then following my passion.
Right.
So you actually
Thank
my
God for that.
manifestation angel. Actually.
Hey, young guru. No, but the thing is, we never know.
No,
We never know when we put it out there, because I would have never known. For instance, the first 6 months of us knowing each other, I never knew your passion was singing.
Yeah.
I never knew that until we sang in karaoke, and I said, "Hey, you can sing," and then it began to manifest, right?
Yeah, and I told you that I had wanted to do music for 30 years, and I kind of gave up. 30 years ago, I kind of gave up because I was in some bands, and I didn't have a very positive experience of the music industry at that time, and I just walked away from it and pursued other things. But there was always that part of me that was missing, that passion, that part of me that shut down to it. And it was creating a lack of fulfillment in me. And when you opened me back up to it again, it was incredible.
Well, the irony of all of this is that I had, again, no idea that was your passion. But I did notice that you were not happy doing your corporate stuff. And when I heard you sing, I was like, wait a minute, we're missing a boat here. You know what I mean? So God in me was not going to let it have it any other way than to poke at you until you exhausted all the ideas of not having that passion. And we're going to talk about our new challenge this week is getting back to your passion for finding a new one. But yeah, so you manifested you manifested your passion. See?
I manifested my passion. I left what wasn't authentic for me and wasn't a passion of mine, and anything that it was keeping me feeling stuck. It was the only thing that was still keeping me feeling stuck in my life, and it was actually holding energy back from bigger manifestations. So now it's like the door is open. There's so many other things coming from that. And I said to you today, you asked me about some particular thing today, and I said to you, actually, I was going to say I can't do that because that was the old me. I wasn't able to do a lot of things with my life that I wanted. And then I said, oh my gosh, I can and I will. And there's a great feeling when you let go of things and you have courage that are not serving your higher purpose.
Yes. And yesterday was amazing because you did absolutely nothing. When was the last time you did absolutely nothing?
I can't remember.
And I asked our viewers, when was the last time you took some time to do nothing? Right?
Yeah.
So I want to talk about my manifestation in a minute, but since we're here, I think this is the proper time to talk about. I think it's the perfect time to talk about you finding your passion. And if you're watching this, I would assume that we're of a certain age that we had passions. We had things that we dreamed of doing or wanted to pursue, but life has stopped it, and circumstances in life have stopped it, whether it be children, job, husband, wife, illness, whatever. But there's still a way to either tap back into that passion or find another one accordingly, right?
Like that lady that came to me this week. I had a client, and she used to party and socialize, and she was a very people person, and she loved her life. And she was a little bit rebellious, you know, and she got married, and she's had 2 children, and she loves her husband very much. She's in a very happy marriage. However, she couldn't understand why she felt unhappy inside. She has everything, and she didn't understand it. And I told her that she wasn't pursuing her passion, that she was giving all of herself to her husband and her child. And most people think that they have to do that. And then I asked her, you know, her husband was there. He said, but I'm trying to get her to have time for herself, and I will support her on that. So we worked about what her passions were, and she wrote me a message this week saying how much better she's feeling and how supportive everyone is. So it's really important, and it doesn't matter what age or your circumstance, you need to put time aside for your passion.
Yeah, that's so clear. But the other side of it is, and it just kind of dawned on me, is seeking a passion or creating a passion is really hope.
Yeah.
That's hope. So when you decide that there's something else you want to pursue, or that you want to tap back into something that you used to pursue, it's hope. So you wake up every day in the pursuance of that. You know, and I wrote a book a few years back called Getting Back to My Me, because my passion and my purpose was to always sing, heal through singing, and I love singing, and I love performing. I moved to Hollywood, and I moved to Hollywood with loads and loads of stuff and money and things of that nature, and I stopped recording. I stopped singing. And then when years went by, I realized that I was becoming this person according to the stuff I manifested, right? And then my passion was gone, and I became miserable. So I wrote this book about basically that and a lot of other stuff, drugs, molestation, a whole bunch of stuff. But like I said, life will sometimes cause you to lose your passion, and life got in my way. But this book is about getting back. It's called Getting Back to My Me. So sometimes we lose our me. Our me is the core of our happiness and the core of our existence. So sometimes we lose our me. So find your you and your passion. You know what I mean? And that will make you happy when you find the core of your passion.
Yeah, 100%. And the thing is, if you put time aside for something that makes you really feel good and brings that passion up inside of you, whatever else you need to do in the day, you'll be able to inject passion into that as well.
Most certainly.
And that helps you manifest more that is more in alignment with your passion.
Exactly. So I want to get off topic for a second, because we just got Sonny Burns just said, hi, Debbie, and I want to answer this after you get done, because I feel very strongly about this. But Sonny says, what do you think about Doreen Virtue? She said manifestation is the work of the devil, and her angels were demons, and we have to burn her cards. I'm upset. Can I go first?
Please do.
Sonny, don't you burn your cards. Do not burn your cards. What you have to do is learn to mind your business, and I mean that with all the love in the world. What Doreen says has nothing to do with you and your work. You have to not digest what negative people have to say. Don't burn your cards. You walk your walk. First of all, there is dark, there is light, there is good, there is evil, there is no devil. Now let's start there. Let's start there. So, listen. And I can want to be clear about this. Do not, in America, do you know about Jim Jones, the evangelist who had all the Americans drink the Kool-Aid, that was laced with cyanide, and hundreds of thousands of people died because they drank the Kool-Aid? Okay, Doreen, don't drink the Kool-Aid. Do not burn your cards. You continue to walk your path. And as long as your path is of light and love, you're doing no wrong. Do not listen to this person. Do not allow images of the devil or anything wrong or demonic angels come into your pathway. That is, mind your business. Let Doreen stay on over there with the devil and whatever it is. You stay in light and love. And if your cars stop you from hating, stop you from being a happy person, no, absolutely not. You stay on your path, and you don't get upset about that. She's a nut, so you can't even allow her. Sorry, you can't allow her to take up You can't allow her to take up rent-free space. Right? You can't allow her to take a rent-free space in your head and make you upset. She's not worth it. Let it go. Okay, your turn.
Okay, Sunny. Well, I know about Doreen Virtue for a very long time. She spent the last 20 years, I think, becoming a millionaire by making her own cards and selling her own cards.
And making people feel.
And making people know. She was doing readings, she was writing books on angels. Nearly every single deck of cards that are in any bookstore, the majority of them are Doreen Virtues. What happened, I believe, to Doreen is she got very, very wealthy and she fell out of alignment with her path. And she, I believe, married someone who was a born-again Christian or something, and then became completely against everything she preached for the last 20-something years, and that she made money from, and now she's doing these online, all-night vigils praying. Now, for me, something went very wrong there with her. I don't know what it was. But you can't spend years and years preaching something and making money out of it and then turn around and say this is the work of the devil when she's created all these cards herself. Now the irony is, if she really believed that, why are all her cards still being printed and on the shelves?
Well, right, and she's still making money.
She's still making all that money.
But here's, and going back to Sunny, and you, and everybody, the bottom line is, like we go back to our first show when we talked about faith. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, according to the Bible, the evidence of things not seen. Right? Mm-hmm. So if it's faith, then nobody knows.
Yeah.
So if we mind our business, do what feels right instinctively, you don't get so confused. You attach yourself and you follow not necessarily the teachings, but the beliefs of someone of whom you are like-minded to. There's always going to be the negative to the positive. Yeah. So don't put yourself in the world of the negative, because sometimes the negative will even make things make sense. Case in point, you get a little stomach ache, and you got an earache at the same time. You go online, and you look up stomach ache and earache. Oh, you got cancer, you got a disease, you need to have your leg amputated. Because you've gone someplace where you have no business. Yeah. Don't do it. Stay in your lane. Listen, if you have an illness, go to the doctor, read up on it. Do not go into a negative place, Sonny. So Sonny gonna burn your cards, and we're gonna take her into the church.
Yeah, just listen. Whatever makes you feel joyful, enjoy it. Tune in, use your own intuition. There's too many people out there supposedly leading people and telling people their path. It's within you. We need to all go within ourselves and follow that voice that's within us, using our intuition, using our sixth sense. Tune in. If something doesn't feel right to you, someone else is telling you that it is, don't listen. Follow your truth, right?
Most certainly.
Follow your truth.
And your instinct is God. And so listen, when you know what your instinct is, to go against that is kicking God in the teeth.
Yeah.
That's kicking God in the teeth. Don't do that. So you were created in perfection. You're created in perfection. Other religions will say you're born in sin. I think we're born in perfection, and we make mistakes, and mistakes are not always necessarily negative either. They're lessons.
No, they're learning curves.
They're learning curves. They're lessons. So just I hate to sound cliche, but stay in the lane. Stay in the lane. Hey, Nina, good morning.
Have faith. Yes, absolutely, Nina.
Nina's a cardologist.
I know.
Isn't Nina going to read for you?
She is. Sorry, Nina, I have been busy, but I would love to have that reading with you, with your cards.
I've had two.
Oh, well.
I
don't have any. I look forward to it, Nina.
So listen, we're going to stay, because we're not going to stay on for an hour this week. I don't think. Are we, Sally? Where are we on time? Okay, yeah, we're not. So.
I would like to hear about the results of your
my manifestation.
Yes, we're waiting for that.
But the reason, listen, I haven't eaten all day, so listen, listen. All right, so can I manifest some food in this oven? All right, so now the result of my manifestation is not as deep as yours, because I know that you got corporate and you began to say my manifestation is not as great. But
it's fabulous.
No, it's on. Look, I'm just trying to tone it down for you. I think it's everything. So in Bangkok, it is a rarity. Now, my people in America, you don't think this is weird, but it is a rarity to have a condominium with an oven. Yes, an oven is a huge thing here. So the ovens here are like, I promise you, the size of a microwave and smaller. And that's what you're expected to bake your sweet potato pies in, your peach cobbler in, your pound cake in, your turkey in. I mean, come on now. So, about a year ago, I went to the young lady's condo here, and the condo was relatively old, and she had an oven. I said, listen, because I love to cook. I love cooking, I love baking. So I said, listen, and I told you, I said, I think I'm going to a whole building because I need an oven, right? So, look, the new condos, none of them have ovens. Okay. In the kitchens here are the washer and dryers on the counter. You can't really see them. And after moving here, and I've been here 2 weeks yesterday. 2 weeks yesterday. So after moving here, and I was already in, I went to wash clothes. My washer and dryer was not working. I called my real estate agent and I said, my washer and dryer is not working. It would be great if they would put an oven in there for me. Oh, they said, no, that's not going to happen, blah, 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 blah. To make a long story short, I got a text last week that said, my real estate agent got a text from the owner that said, if you will pay the money for the oven, we will give them the oven and reimburse you. What? Get my oven. So I'm really excited about this oven that I'm finally getting. So that was the first part of the manifestation. Yes, I'm getting an oven. So, got a text yesterday from the real estate agent that said, your oven is out of stock. Boom. So I read further down, but wait for it. We're gonna upgrade your new oven and it'll be here tomorrow. Listen, that's not even my corporate and jumping on stage, but if you knew how much an oven means to me, oh my gosh.
Hey, listen,
baby, the macaroni and cheese is getting ready to come out this oven, baby. Let me tell you, Sally. Let me tell you, baby. It's all that problem.
No, it's all relative. One isn't better than the other. It's what brings you the greatest joy. You having your oven and your oven is probably the same joy I get from one.
Well, the only disadvantage of having this oven is because I'm gonna have to find a new tailor for my costume for stage. Oh baby, it's good. For at least 3 months, I'm gonna be 20 pounds heavier. I just know it now. Because my peach cobbler, baby. What? And now I'm vegan and I found out how to make some vegan. Oh my gosh, it's unpopular. Anyway, at this point, what? Did you want to say something?
Oh no, I'm just looking at Sally. Said you talked about getting out. Hi Sally. Talked about getting out.
No, that's Sally.
Oh, you're Sally. Oh,
that's Sally.
Why did you put that? Oh my God. Okay, hi Sally. Okay. You talked about getting out of alignment. How can you get back into alignment? Okay, well, first of all, how do you know when you're out of alignment? Things start going wrong in your life to wake you up to the fact that you're out of alignment. So, like having arguments with people you don't normally have arguments with, disagreements with more than one person, maybe having problems in your job or your relationships. You know, they're just general things. It starts to kind of spill over, and you're going to start feeling unhappy in yourself or maybe frustrated. Frustration, procrastination, depression, all these things don't exist if you're in alignment. So all the things that are creating problems for you in your life, even for me, doing the corporate training wasn't in alignment with my purpose. Therefore, I initially tried to squeeze lots of positives out of it, and I made did quite well for quite a long time, and it got to the point where I just became unhappy, just unhappy doing it, and every time I went to leave the house, it was dread. That's not a feeling that any of us should feel, to dread something. We can dread the dentist, but you shouldn't be going to a job that's just as bad as going to the dentist. So I knew inside myself that that was no longer something that was bringing joy to my life. So you need to move away from those things. When you start to feel that it's the universe showing you that time for that is done in your life, it's time to move to the next thing. So there was a lot of benefits from doing it. I learned a lot from doing it. But when it gets to a point where you're frustrated, that's the time you need to move away from it.
Okay, so how do you, a second half of the question, so how do you get back into alignment? Is that meditation and prayer?
Well, first of all, is being honest with yourself, this isn't working for me. I think the majority of people, they just keep trying and forcing something. So first of all, speak your truth to yourself. Go, I can't do this anymore. I'm done. I'm done, I'm done, I'm done. Then it's like, look for a solution.
Isn't that what you just did?
Yeah. So, and then saying to the universe, okay, I don't know how I'm going to move from this, but I know I'm done, therefore I'm going to start taking steps forward, doing things, finding solutions, and doing things that actually make me happy. So when I started doing the music, I was still doing the corporate training, and the more joy and happiness and passion I started feeling, bam, suddenly the solution arrived. So
all right, so a couple things. Let me say this first. We're going to be here for like another 10 minutes. So before we leave, we love to, and we will stay longer. If you guys ask us some questions, if you have any questions, not you, Sally. If you guys have any questions about tonight or in the past 9 episodes, feel free to ask us now. We'll hang out for a minute. I was going to say something else. I don't know, but anyway, have you guys seen our spiritual sessions and our t-shirts?
Well, you were talking about a new challenge.
No, I got it. The new challenge is passion. So here's the challenge. The challenge is to simply write down what your passion used to be, what your new passion is, and what would make you happy. Not superficial things like money. Not things like
chocolate.
What?
Chocolate.
I would say chocolate. No, not superficial things like money. Not things like relationships, although they can make people happy, but relationships have to be an asset to your happiness. Okay? What would make you happy? Simply write it down, or write them down, and then we figure out how to tap back into it. For instance, let's hypothetically say you always want to be a dancer. Well, probably your type of dancing and at the level you may have dreamed about being a dancer are not available, but the theater is available. To take you an hour to go to YouTube and watch your favorite dancer is available. There are ways to tap into your passion, and it's never too late. If you like to write, if you like to sing, there are ways to still tap into your passion, whatever they are.
Yeah.
So so this month's challenge, along with following all the other challenges that we've had, minding your business, self-care,
Forgiveness.
Oh, that's still a big one. Along with all those other challenges, this month we challenge you to remain in your passion, get back to your passion, or find a new one. Yeah.
And if you want some help and you're not quite sure, please let us know. We're here to guide you and help and all learn together. So if you have any questions and you're not sure, please let us know.
Yeah, but in addition to that, I'm available for sure at Sally, what's our address? At spiritual sessions live at gmail.com, right? Spiritual sessions live at gmail.com. However, Debbie has pages, Spiritual Sessions Group and Spiritual Sessions Page. And the group is where you want to go to discuss anything,
Yeah.
So if you don't want to do it in this forum, you can hit her up. Yeah? Sally, do we have any questions?
No, we got highs.
We got highs. Tell us what you said hi. So we can say hi.
Nicholas.
Huh?
Hi, Nicholas.
Hi, Nicholas.
Corey.
Hi, Corey. Isaiah. My dude. Yeah?
That's all.
Okay. And Nina's? said hi. So listen, guys, thank you so much. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
My stomach just growled.
Wish everyone was here now.
No. Thank you guys for hanging out with us again, and it's always a pleasure. Yeah.
We love doing the show with you guys, and yeah, please let us know if there's any questions or anything you wish to say or ask. It would be great. Yeah, that's what we're here for.
Yeah. So here's the deal. Please remember to subscribe to YouTube. It only takes 3 minutes. You don't have to watch anything. Just go over there and push the subscribe button. We need 1,000. We're trying to do that by January. Just push the button, please. Wait. I'm gonna sit on my knees. Please, baby, please. Just subscribe to our YouTube page, please, and share this because it repeats all the time. So just share it and like it. All right. Thank you so much. So, as we say before we leave every episode of Spiritual Sessions Live with
Creagh and
Norwood, your day is designed in perfection. Anything that goes against that perfection is a trap. Don't fall for it.